Happy October. I hope everyone is getting ready for an amazing holiday season with their loved ones. My name is Angel Montesdeoca, and I'm super excited to be sharing how we can take advantage of this age of data and AI to fully unlock hidden insights that allow us to create smarter experiences. Today, I'll be setting the stage of how we got to this age of data and AI. What are the major opportunities and technologies that can allow us to tap into these data troves? And finally, how you can start unlocking these hidden insights to deliver better experiences to your employees and clients. But before we do that, I wanted to let you know a little bit more about who you're going to be listening to over the next 15 minutes or so. Mi nombre es Ángel Montesdeoca. Nací en Ecuador y crecí en Nueva York. So we can go ahead and do some Q&A later in Spanish as well. I graduated from Columbia University with a degree in history and mathematics. During my time at Columbia, I founded and sold an tech company to Bloomberg. Once it was acquired, I had the opportunity to go work in venture capital, where we invested and scaled in SaaS and next-gen commerce companies. Companies like Jet.com, which was acquired by Walmart to be their e-commerce arm. Coupang, which is a Korean e-commerce company, think Alibaba, think Amazon, which is valued at over $88 billion. Latch, which is a hardware company that is valued at over $2 billion through their latest SPAC round. And during my time in venture capital, I fell in love with how CEOs would take an idea, turn it into a product, and eventually a company that would deliver value to millions, if not billions of people all around the world. And I wanted to learn, how do you do that? So I headed west to work at Facebook on their Facebook Live product, and then Google on their Google Analytics 360 platform. And as I was figuring out what is going to go ahead and change the world in the next 10 years, came across artificial intelligence and discovered the true power it has to deliver insights and capabilities that can harness all the data that's being produced every single day. So today, I run IBM's AI fund incubator, Hyperblue, and I run their product teams as well, which Hyperblue invests and scales in the next generation of $100 million AI businesses. So every day, I'm lucky to wake up and get a chance to work with the brightest minds of IBM to leverage the latest cutting-edge AI technology we have to turn it into products that will help our customers unlock hidden insights in their data so that they can deliver the best value to their customers, users, and employees. So why am I so big on AI? AI is said to be the biggest economic opportunity of our lifetime, with McKinsey predicting that it will add $16 trillion to our GDP by 2030. But data and artificial intelligence has a long history that dates back to the labs of MIT in the 1950s. And since then, we've seen a massive explosion of data being produced. And with it, huge strides in technological advancement to meet the business needs. We've seen this AI technology evolve from keyword understanding to semantic understanding, to contextual understanding, to today, cognitive understanding. And who knows what the future will bring. And the reason why it's been able to evolve so quickly is we've never experienced data quite like this. Every year, there are more than 100,000 cancer articles written. Every second, there are 2.5 billion emails sent. And every year, there are more than 22 trillion messages sent on Facebook alone. Let's let that sink in for a second. 100,000 cancer articles, 2.5 billion emails, 22 trillion messages sent on Facebook alone. So there is an abundance of data, but also an abundance of opportunity. To seize that opportunity, organizations, managers, and teams are trying to capture and analyze this data so they can deliver the right product at the right time in a meaningful way. Fortunately, we already have all the data we need and then some to start creating smart experiences. So the data's there. We just need AI to make sense of it all. Today, only 1 or 2% of recorded calls are usually reviewed by call center supervisors. And then it's only for training purposes. And since 40% of contact centers have no data analysis tools, call centers are a fertile ground for an AI, and what we're going to be diving a little deeper in today. Every customer interaction, whether it be via phone, chat, or IVR, generates a huge amount of unstructured data. Using AI and NLP, this data can be thoroughly mined for insights into customer experience and satisfaction, and can sometimes provide solutions to challenges you didn't even know you were having. AI is important because it enables smarter agents and customer experiences. AI understands and transcribes calls using speech to text, performing speech to text over audio with multiple speakers so that you can capture conversations between agents and customers. AI determines customer needs through topic clustering and sentiment analysis. AI customizes language models so that you can understand the unique language of your business and domain. AI finds root problems, patterns, and answers by mining both structured and unstructured data. All 4 of these applications of AI are dependent on natural language processing, which I'll dive a little deeper, and combine to improve NPS, reduce average handle time, and ultimately reduce costs. So it gives you the best of both worlds. It helps you reduce the operational costs of your business, and it helps drive new opportunities by delivering better customer value to your customer. Taken all together, Forrester commissioned a study and found that just using IBM's Watson technology, these types of things could go ahead and deliver over $23 million in value. $23 million in value in just 3 years. So let's dive a little deeper into some of these capabilities. So as I mentioned, you can get data from a number of different areas, and there's so much data being produced. One of the key areas where AI can go ahead and help is capturing your speech to text, your audio data. In order to go ahead and start taking advantage of AI, you want to capture as much of this data as possible. You want to go ahead and transcribe and prepare. You can use this speech to text technology to be able to capture the conversations with agents and customers. And you can go ahead and tailor these speech to text AI models so that it can go ahead and understand your domain and industry. What do I mean by that? That it can go ahead and pick up the products, the brands, the abbreviations, the nuances, the slang that you internally use, but also that your customers use in your country or in another market. You can then go ahead and separate these into individual utterances so that you can analyze all of this data at scale for trends and patterns. But data exists in multiple different silos. So you have your audio data that you can go ahead and leverage speech to text. You have your social media data, where I just mentioned again, 22 trillion messages, and it's probably increasing. You got your video data from, again, apps like TikTok. You have emails, you have text messages, you have all this different data that's being collected. So you want to be truly multimodal, and you want to capture this data so that you can make sense of it all across these different silos. So you want to go ahead and ingest that data using tools like Insight Engines. And once you have this data ingested, you want to go ahead and enrich and improve it. And the way you go ahead and do that is you leverage NLP. So you can apply the NLP models over this conversational data, so data from audio, video, text messages, email, etc., so that you can go ahead and do a number of things. So that you can go ahead with NLP to do topic modeling, sentiment analysis, emotion detection. You can go ahead and extract entities and relations. You can identify key phrases, and you can go ahead and detect intents. And again, customize this NLP so that it understands your business and your domain. One of the great things about AI is that in the past, not so long ago, it required you to have deep AI and ML expertise. In other words, you had to be a data scientist to be able to take advantage of this technology to make sense of all this data. Not anymore. Today, technology has caught up so fast that a lot of the tools out there, I know because I get to work on them, have made it such that we're really trying to scale your expertise. And that's really the promise of AI. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that we already have the technology. We just don't understand your business and domain. That's where you come in. So a business user, someone who works in marketing, sales, customer success, can go ahead and leverage these tools and teach these models a few examples. These are the things we do in our domain. These are some of the pharmaceuticals. These are some of the things that are being said in my country. And the beauty of these tools is that not only is it now so intuitive, but it has created different experiences so that it's not so complicated. You're not writing code. The tool will, in and of itself, give you examples, and you can go ahead and train it. And then that it can apply at scale so that it can harness the millions of documents you have, the billions of messages you have, to make sense of it all. So you can, again, deliver the best value to your customers and your employees. This also applies internally. You want to go ahead and make sure that your employees are spending less time finding the right information and more time taking that information and turning that into actions that can help your customers. So you've gone ahead, you've captured the data, you've cleaned the data, you've ingested the data, you've gone ahead and enriched it. Now what do? Now you want to go ahead and explore and analyze to see how that data can go ahead and help your employees, your users, your customers, and ultimately your business. You can go ahead and do that by deeply exploring this data to find insights at scale using data mining and content mining tools and technology. And like I said, the tools in the market today all come with guided navigation. So no longer are you just coding, you can. But today, a lot of these data mining tools go ahead and have recommended actions. They understand your data, they understand your nuances because you've gone ahead and shared this to these models. And they're saying, hey, here's something interesting. Let's take a closer look. So you can go ahead and find that needle in the haystack, that hidden insight that you didn't even know were there. It's surfacing. So that you can find that root cause, and it does that through statistical models and analysis like correlation, related terms. It's able to go ahead and spot areas with low sentiment so that you can go ahead and understand why is my customer not liking this product? Or what about these types of experiences is not resonating with my employees? It can go ahead and identify common intents and characteristic terms to pick up, okay, this is resonating. My customers are liking the new launch we rolled out, the new service we're providing. And you can go ahead and take these recommended actions and insights and then share it and go ahead and transform your business. You can go ahead and find things that you can go ahead and automate. For example, a lot of our customers are calling our call center to reset their password. Maybe we can do something online, digitally, that can help them do it much quicker. Or we're getting a lot of questions about the new credit card we rolled out. So maybe we need to create an FAQ that guides people so that it deflects calls from the call center so we can provide better experience. Now, I've given you steps on how you can go ahead and start doing this to start finding some value. in AI. And as you get more advanced, you can customize it to scale that. But I think the true value and ultimate vision of what many folks want to do with AI is how can you make this all automatic and seamless? And the way you do this is through these steps. But ultimately, what you want to go ahead and do is you've taken this unstructured data, you've turned it into structured data. Now you want to go ahead and potentially create like a dashboard. So what you can do is you can export these structured results to BI tools for reporting so that every day when you wake up, you can go ahead and see what are the most important things to you. Is it the number of messages you receive? Is it the number of cases you resolve? Is it the number of complaints? Is it the customer satisfaction? You can have all of these KPIs, key metrics on your dashboard. And when anything isn't to the standards you want, you can click on it and you can dive deeper into it to find out what is it that's causing this, whether that's good or bad, so that you can go ahead and replicate it or fix it. You can then go ahead and identify opportunities so that you can go ahead and automate things to increase deflection rates or reduce call time. You can go ahead and find these gaps in the support content so that, again, you're continuously providing better service to your users and to your employees. And you can overall assess the performance of how you're doing and how much value you're driving to your company. And the recommended actions that different parts of your business, you can go ahead and also share this in a seamless way. No longer are you just sharing code or just results, you're sharing the whole view and how you got there so that it can make it much seamless to get business buy-ins to make the decisions that you are recommending. All the AI tools I discussed today are driving insights throughout the organization using natural language processing. Promise I would talk about that. Natural language processing, or NLP, parses the human language into its elemental pieces. It evaluates its meaning and resolves ambiguity. With NLP, your business can detect emerging trends, perform predictive analytics, and gain operational insights. Integrated deep learning and machine learning techniques constantly improve the language model so that you can provide high quality information. In short, it's NLP that helps to make these insights actionable. So I gave you a high level picture, a macro level view of how you can start using AI and NLP to start transforming your business. And the question I often get from clients or people who listen to me speak is, that's great, Angel, but how can I get started? So the way you get started is, I would ultimately recommend you need to establish what is your goal. AI is helpful when you have a business goal that you're going to meet, because that usually means you're going to get buy-in from the rest of your organization and you're going to be able to see the most tangible benefits. So what is it that your company, your team is focused on? Is it delivering better customer experiences? Is it delivering better user experiences? Is it saving money? Is it creating new opportunities? Define that goal. And then through design thinking and some other workshops, try to figure out, okay, what data do we currently have? What skills do we have? And what are some of the tools that can go ahead and take advantage? Some quick wins, which is helpful so that you can get organizational buy-in and so that you can also get the most value of AI, is figuring out how you can go ahead and automate a lot of things because there's so much data out there. So for example, you can go ahead and get your hands on a virtual agent. The beauty of everything I discussed today about all the tools I talked about, speech to text, virtual agents, insight engines, enrichments, all of these are available and provided by the major tech companies, IBM, Google, Facebook, Amazon, for free. You can go on all of their AI websites, sign up for a free trial, and start doing this. Ingest some call data. Go ahead and start analyzing some of your documents to go ahead and start getting some insights. Ultimately, pick one. Usually the easiest one to get started with is a virtual agent. So you can go ahead and build a virtual agent or a chatbot, teach it some intent so that whenever you have a question, whether it's your employees or your customers around your business, you can go ahead and get those answers automatically. and it can understand that. And then a goal that we've seen a lot with our customers is that we can go ahead and see how our customers can handle 100,000 plus interactions in just a matter of weeks. It's pretty easy to scale once you get the foundation right. Then after you have started collecting this data, right? So the virtual agent helps deflect and capture this data. Once you have this data, leverage these data mining tools. Try to understand what is it that your customer, your employees are talking about? What's important to them? What are they struggling with? So that you can go ahead and better focus your attention, your energy, and your resources on these things. And then as you tinker with it, it's not going to be automatic first. There's going to be some things where it's not perfect. It's going to take a little bit longer. But as you tailor it and as these tools get more intuitive, you can go ahead and see if you can respond successfully to 90% of the things that customers are challenging you about. Finally, as you put all of these together and you aim for that big vision of everything being in real time, automatic, dashboards you can use every day, you can share, you want to go ahead and slowly get there. Why do I say that? AI is not magic. It's really, really powerful, as I've shown. And it's powerful because we have so much data, we can make sense of it. Not one person can go ahead and do that, not one team. But technology scales our expertise to be able to take advantage of that. But it's not magic. So it's going to take a lot of experimenting. So start with the goal, your company goal. Go ahead and use some of these free tools available. If you already started, great. Focus on one thing, whether it's ingesting documents, whether it's data mining, whether it's building a chatbot. Set a goal, see what works, refine it, launch it again, and repeat. That's the beauty of innovation. That's the beauty of AI. It's been an absolute pleasure getting a chance to talk to you today. A little bit about why I'm so excited about data and AI, the opportunities it has to deliver better customer experiences. I'm going to now open it up to questions. Happy to answer them in English or Spanish. Muchísimas gracias.